The movie story begins 3,000 years before our times. When humans lived on Earth like savages, they don't have any kind of technology. At that time, a space station lands on Earth. Everyone starts fleeing after seeing it. Meanwhile, a boy goes to the spaceship. A blue light emerges from it, and the boy disappears. In this way, hundreds of years pass, and the year 1928 comes, where we see the large pyramids of Egypt. Seeing these pyramids, we can deduce that humans of thereby have progressed a lot. The people were digging around the pyramids. They find mysterious things. They also find a large circle, made of metals. No one understands what it is. Later, a little girl is seen, who is the daughter of the project head here. She finds a golden locket during digging that she keeps with her. Many years pass and Dr. Daniel Jackson is shown. He knows many languages. He knows many ancient languages. During his speech, he narrates that the pyramids we see in Egypt are not built by the Egyptians. Rather, someone else has made it, and no one was ready to believe him. Meanwhile, a lady comes to meet Jackson. She was the one who found a golden locket many years ago during digging. She was still working on the same project named Stargate. She tells that we need a human who can understand ancient languages. Jackson agrees to join their team, and a large stone was shown to Jackson. It was the same stone that Egyptians discovered a long time ago. Jackson tries to understand the words written on that stone. But he didn't understand. One day he saw a guard reading newspaper. There was a dimension of stars formed behind that newspaper, connected with each other. He matches it to the stone and finds that both items were the same. Jackson learns that there is no language, only a way to get to the various dimensions. He tells about this to his team, and he draws a cube on the board. He marks 6 points in that cube and tells everyone that we can go anywhere with the center point we have. Jackson also learns that they have a device. The same circle is made of metals called Stargate. He sees the circle that was roaming and the 6 marks that Jackson has shown after drawing. They activate all the marks in the circle, in which a wormhole is drawn, and they all become happy to see this. Later, they put a tracking device in that hole, so they can know where this device will go. It comes to know that this device has reached into another world. That is like the Earth. There is another Stargate there. Its language is different from their language. The biggest trouble for them is if they go into another world, the way of getting back is quite difficult. They must use the proper language on the Stargate if they want to travel back. If they are unable to do this, they will be trapped in that world forever. Jackson assures them that after going into that world by doing the same effort, he can open the Stargate. Colonel and the team agree to go with Jackson. The lady who has the golden locket comes to Jackson. She gives the locket to Jackson, and the team goes into the Stargate. They arrived in another world, and there was the same Stargate there. Darkness surrounded this area, and when they came out, they learned that they were inside a pyramid. These were the same pyramids that were found in Egypt. After some time, they want to return to their world. Jackson tells them all that a circle that we've found in our world that we called Stargate. There was a series of signs there that served as a pathway to this place. I didn't find that stone, and if we want to go back to our world, we've to find that stone, that tablet. They all were trapped there, and all the army officers were angry with Jackson. Jackson observes the footsteps on the sand, and he begins to follow them. Later, he sees a mysterious animal in front of him that seems to be a pet animal. That was tied up with ropes, and he pats on his neck 3 times. Actually, this was a sign to move ahead, and the animal begins to run. Jackson's foot gets caught with the rope, and the animal takes him far away. Meanwhile, the army officers also arrive there after following Jackson. They all see there are many people like them. Their life was just like the people used to be on Earth 3,000 years ago. They all go in front of them. Later, one of these men sees the locket that the lady gave to Jackson before coming. All of the tribesmen bow down in front of them. The chief of the tribe comes here and offers them to the place where they live. There was a giant circle made of metal. The giant circle has the same sign on it as Jackson's locket. Actually, this was the sign of their god, and they feel that Jackson and his team have been sent by God. For this reason, they bowed down toward them. The daughter of the chief comes to Jackson. She draws the same pyramids on Earth. She also makes a sun above it. Jackson becomes shocked and asks where you have seen this place. The daughter of the tribe's head takes Jackson to the same place. He understands the words written on the walls there. He tells his companions that Thousands of years ago, an alien from a dying world fled from his world. He has come to the Earth and he saw humans there. Everyone was fleeing after seeing his spaceship. Meanwhile, a brave man has come to his spaceship. The alien has taken control of his thought, that is, that alien had taken a human shape. Later, the alien declared himself a king in front of those people. He has constructed large pyramids by them. Additionally, the Stargate from we've come to this world, he had brought many humans from the Earth to this world. So, after bringing people here, he could take mining tasks from them. Jackson also finds the stone that has all the marks. But the sign was broken. Without that, they cannot return to their world. On the other side, a giant spaceship arrives that was like a pyramid. Some aliens come out of that spaceship and attack Jackson's companions. Jackson, the colonel, and his companions leave toward the pyramids. When they enter inside, some strange wearing masks people attack them. Jackson and the colonel reach downside where their Stargate was. The colonel was searching for something. After reaching there, Jackson asks what is he finding, but he didn't tell anything. Few aliens come and take them to their place, and another alien arrives. They understand that this is their leader. This was the alien named RA, and the people on this world consider him God. RA takes a seat and removes his mask from his face. He was the same boy who'd gone near space 3,000 years ago. And he disappeared, the scene we've seen at the beginning of the film. The boy's body has been taken over by the alien in the spaceship. The boy was still young as he was before 3,000 years ago. The people of RA also bring the bomb that the colonel wants to blast into this world. The colonel takes the weapon from Ra's guard and attacks RA. Meanwhile, many children have come in front of RA. They used to live with RA, that's why the colonel couldn't attack them. Ra's guards attack the colonel, but Jackson comes there. For this reason, Jackson died. Ra's guards want to kill the colonel, but RA stops them after arriving there. RA was now angry with humans, that's why some spaceships come out of his pyramid and attack many tribes that live there, and as a result, many people died. The head of the tribe feels that their god RA has become angry with them. For this reason, he is doing this. On the other side, in the pyramids, we see Jackson coming out from a box. It is such a box in which if any human is put inside, his cells regenerate. That is, a person can be made alive, and by using this technology, the human body remains young. RA comes to Jackson and tells him, your friend has brought a bomb into my world. The Stargate from which you've reached this world. I'll send this bomb back to your world by using the same Stargate. By using my technology, I'll enhance its power 100 times more. So, the whole of your world will end. Jackson asked why you want to do this. He tells that your world was created because of me. I had brought life back into your world. Before my workers ask any question, you've to kill your companion in front of them. So, they can believe they have only one God. The next day, all the tribesmen gathered around the pyramids. Jackson was given a weapon, and gradually, he was approaching his companions. Later, a child from the tribesmen points to Jackson. He has Jackson's gun. Actually, we learned that all the tribesmen were with Jackson. He doesn't attack his companions when he comes to know that they're all with him. Rather, he attacks RA. All the tribe's children who have guns begin to fire their guns in the air. Chaos begins there, and after taking advantage of this situation, everyone begins to flee from there. At night, they all hide in a cave, and they ask the colonel's companions, ask why you've brought the nuclear bomb here. The colonel tells, if there was any danger to this world, I would have sent all of you and blasted. Tomorrow he is going to do the same. The next day, Jackson learns that he has been married to the chief's daughter. At the start, when he was prepared strangely, it was his marriage. He likes the daughter of the chief, and that's why he accepts. The next day, they find the right mark, in the right order, to return to their world. On the other side, Ra's man, after wearing a mask, comes near the mines, because he has to take minerals from the mines. Meanwhile, the colonel comes and kills him. The chief and the other tribesmen become afraid to see this. After sitting on their knees, they begin to seek forgiveness from their god RA. The colonel presses a button on the shoulder of the man he's killed. His mask was completely removed. Here, all the slaves come to know that this human isn't God, he is just an ordinary human like them. They have been living in an imaginary world for many years. Later, Jackson and the colonel come inside a pyramid after taking some people. There, Ra's guards come before them. They kill them all together, and the colonel goes where the bomb was. He activates it and asks Jackson to go into your world after taking them. And from there close the Stargate forever. I'll finish my task, that I'll kill RA. Meanwhile, a guard comes and kills the daughter of the chief. With Jackson was married and Jackson has also killed the guard. But Jackson has become quite upset now. Later, a blue light emerges that was actually a light of teleportation. Here, Rosman was coming here to take the nuclear bomb by using this technology. Jackson has reached the place by taking the chief's daughter where he regained his life. He puts her inside the box and brings her back to life. While he was taking her back, RA sees her and keeps his hand on her head. As a result, the current begins to flow in her whole body. Later, we see the colonel who was killing the guard who'd come to take the bomb by teleportation. He has brought the guard exactly where the teleportation light was. The teleportation system exactly falls on the guard, and, as a result, his body breaks into pieces. His half body goes downside, and half of his body reaches up. Jackson and the head's daughter also reach down. In this way, their lives have saved. Outside, we see all the slaves of RA. They want to have a war against RA. RA understood that his game is over. That's why he wants to fly from here after closing his spaceship. The colonel tries to turn off the bomb, but RA has changed its settings. As a result, the bomb was not turned off. They don't understand what they need to do. Later, they turn on the button after keeping it under the teleportation technology. RA was thinking that a human is coming up from the teleportation. In the next moment, there was a bomb in front of RA. Meanwhile, a huge blast exploded. RA alien, who ruled humans for hundreds of years. He has made pyramids and kept people as his slaves for thousands of years. Today he had died and the people of this earth were quite happy. They all opened the Stargate, but Jackson doesn't join them. Because he has fallen in love with the chief's daughter. She was his wife and that's why he wants to live with her in this world. He gives the colonel back the locket the lady gave him. He asks him to give it back to your head. All the companions of the colonel have returned.